When a tragedy occurs in a locked room, someone eventually has to go inside to clean it up. But in Asia, dealing with the aftermath of death requires following a very strict set of unwritten rules. Specialized cleaning crews know that removing the physical evidence is only half the job. Today we are looking at 10 terrifying survival rules for Asian crime scene cleaners that you must never break. From ignoring impossible evidence to understanding what the UV lights are really exposing, let us review the forensic footage to see what happens when the cleaners become the victims. If you are performing a final sweep with a UV blacklight and find fresh footprints that were not there an hour ago, you must turn off the lamp immediately. Forensic analysis of these prints often shows they do not match any human foot structure. They are completely flat and drag across. The floor, indicating something invisible, is currently pacing around the room with you. Keeping the UV light on allows the entity to fully manifest in the visible spectrum. If the footprints start moving towards you, drop the light and run. Never collect or attempt to analyze strange thick red clothing fibers found at a sudden death scene. In traditional beliefs, the red thread of fate connects the living and the dead. Night shift investigators have reported finding these impossible threads woven across doorways, acting as a spiritual trap left by whatever entity claimed the previous victim. Pulling on the thread alerts the entity at the other end of the line. If you find one tangled in your hazmat suit zipper, you must cut it off, or the spirit will follow the fiber straight to your home. Never try to match or replicate strange scraping tool marks found on the inside of a door locked with a deadbolt. These impossible scratches, often found on the ceiling or high on the wall at Asian crime scenes, are signs of a violent, non-human struggle. Forensic cleaner trainees who ignored this rule reported that matching their tools to the marks activates the residual energy of the entities stuck in the room. If the scratches start bleeding a dark viscous fluid, you have only seconds to leave. The marks indicate something was trying to claw its way out, or perhaps something even worse was locked inside. With the victim's standard cleaning chemicals will not remove these marks. You must cover them with a paper talisman and walk away sideways. Stare into the reflection of pooled fluids while mopping up a messy crime scene late at night when the building is empty and the air is stale. Liquids act as temporary portals in places of sudden death. The entity often uses the dark pooled residue to observe the cleaners and map their home address. If the reflectum of the victim blinks, you have made direct eye contact. If you make eye contact, the spirit will attach to you. When you return home, you will begin to see its reflection in every mirror and window of your own house, leading to complete madness. Throw a specialized absorption blanket over the fluid before looking down. Never whisper or discuss the details of the victim's death while inside the crime scene. Negative energy absorbs sound and mimics it back to you. Entities in Asian mythology use the victim's final moments to gain power, speaking their name or analyzing the cause of death feeds the spirit and allows it to manifest physically among the ventilation pipes. If you hear your own voice whispered back to you from the shadows, it means the entity has targeted you and you will be the next case to be cleaned. Always wear noise-canceling headphones or play white noise during the night shift. Never take any small objects or valuables you find hidden at a severe crime scene, no matter how untouched or valuable they appear. In many Asian cultures, spirits attach themselves to their most prized possessions. Taking these items as an invitation for the deceased to follow you home to retrieve what belongs to them. Cleaners who stole from the dead have reported waking up choking with cold hands around their throat as the entity violently reclaims its property. Always bag everything as evidence. If you have completely sanitized a room with industrial bleach but suddenly smell a heavy metallic scent of fresh blood, you must drop your tools and exit immediately. A sudden smell of copper in a chemically clean room means the spiritual echo of the murder is looping and the entity is currently reliving its final violent moments right next to you. Standing in that energy field will cause severe nosebleeds and hallucinations of the attack. You must wait in the hallway until the smell completely dissipates before finishing the job. Always review your digital crime scene reference photos before leaving the apartment, but only look at them outside the front door. Camera flashes capture light spectrums, invisible to the human eye, often revealing the dark shadow of the entity standing right where the victim died. If you spot the shadow in your photos while still standing inside the room, it means the entity knows you can see it and it will not let you leave. Delete the photo and walk out backward. If you are cleaning the inside of the windows with a blacklight and find overlapping glowing handprints that are completely too large to be human, do not wipe them off. These handprints are often found on the outside glass of high-rise apartments where no one could possibly stand, meaning whatever caused the tragedy was trying to get in from the sky. Trying to clean them from the inside alerts the entity that you can see its mark, leaving you vulnerable to being pulled out the moment you unlock the latch to wash the exterior. Before you start cleaning any room where a violent death occurred, you must immediately tape over all the mirrors with heavy opaque plastic. Mirrors at a crime scene trap the exact moment of death on a continuous loop inside the glass, acting as a visual battery for the restless spirit trapped inside the room. Looking into an uncovered mirror forces you to witness the final terrifying moments of the victim, and once the reflection makes eye contact with you, it will follow you home. Professional cleaners know that some stains can never be washed away. Subscribe to Urban Tales, and whatever you do tonight, do not turn on the blacklight.